kitchen garden allotments.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Dan's Kitchen Garden Allotment. Just before this cold video starts, please go along and hit that subscribe button to come along and join the family. So then guys, let's get this video started. So then, at the moment we've had that much of bad weather in the UK. We've had windstorms, some places had snow, some places had sleet. What I'll do is I'll just put in a video now of what we had the other day as we were putting up the Christmas decorations. So I'm going to put that video in now. So then guys, this is the first time we've had snow in many years in the southeast of England this early. And as you can see, even the Father Christmas can't cope. He's fallen over. But wow, what a shock this is. So then, as you see, it wasn't much snow, but it is very rare to get snow this side of Christmas in the southeast of England. So what am I doing today? Today, I've been down the allotment. I've collected a few bits and pieces for Christmas wreaths. That video is coming up very shortly. But as we all know, it's the 1st of December when this has been made. And my Vlogmas has started. In Vlogmas, for them new subscribers who haven't been to my channel before and haven't subscribed to my channel, is I put out a load of different family vlogs. So it can be to do with the allotment, it can be doing with making Christmas wreaths, also cooking. So over the next 25 days, might even take it into the January the 1st days, there'll be all different vlogs coming, and there'll be every 2 or 3 days up on the channel. So come along and subscribe to them as well. So then guys, what I'm doing today at the allotment is I'm going to do a early December allotment tour. There is frost on the ground, so it is a little bit chilly. So let's turn this camera around and let's get this video started. Guys, the last November allotment update was I had quite a few bits and pieces going on. There was a lot of dead runner beans, dead sweet corn here. All these beds were all quite messed up, which I've been up to manage bit by bit during the weather that we've had. Unfortunately, I can't bring the camera out to record it because it's quite cold, and also the wind has been an absolute nightmare. So for the microphone, it will be an absolute nightmare. So let's have a look at the allotment in December. So if I move down, this is where the sweet corn used to be. As you can see, I've cleared it all out, minus the frost on the top, but it's mostly cleared out. I burned one pile down, and this is just a smaller pile that's going to probably be done in early January time. So anything else coming off the allotment, I shall be bringing it down to here and just burning it off. As I move down the allotment, as you can see, this was where the I'm trying to think. I think this was the sweet onions. The sweet onions, they come up, and that bed's all been cleared now and ready to go. The second sowing of runner beans, I still have to do this bed, but it'll only take 20 minutes or so when the ground's not frosted up. And that will be absolutely fantastic just to clear them out. I will be doing again this year the second sowing of runner beans. I will no longer be putting them in this section here. I'm planning to put two plum tree and an apple tree in this section, but the only thing is I'm not too sure too much on how to plant them in and what time of the year. I need to do a little bit more reading up on that. As we move down to the pond now, fortunately enough, this is all wild up. This is exactly how I wanted it, all overgrown, looking weedy, looking down, with a nice pond in the middle. And all I do is every day is come in and just make sure that the water isn't frozen. I actually need to get a ball or something and put a ball on that pond just to make sure it doesn't freeze up, so if anything's in there, it can survive. So then let's move around. All the rhubarb and that's finished off now. The area's all closed up. The Brussels sprouts this year, very bad. I don't know what it is. I think I must have had some old crop and it hasn't turned out very good at all. So unfortunately there won't be many Brussels sprouts at the kitchen table. I might have to pop down to Tesco's. But as I said, this is where the runner beans were this year. I'm thinking about putting in a dwarf plum and a dwarf apple. So any ideas, any good brands, please let me know in the comments section below, please. These were the Carol's pumpkins. What come? I've only got 2 left now, and that is mainly because I've still got 4 of the massive ones all cut up in the freezer, ready for stews and casseroles. But next year what I'm going to be doing is, this black plastic 100% doesn't work at all, so I'm going to lift this black plastic, completely remove it, and then start again on this section here. A lot of people in the last video said what type of grey that is. That is battleship grey on the shed. So it's absolutely fine now. It looks good, and the plan will be, if we get a couple of dry days, and that is to paint up the borders around the edge and also clear some of this old bark off. So that video will be coming shortly. As I move down the allotment now, the butternut squash area is probably 50% being removed, and as I've said, the ground is solid again, so I can't really do any digging. We try and keep off of the mud as much as we can in this weather. I don't know if it's just ice or is it just, I think we might have had a small flurry of snow in the night, but I don't think it was enough to shout home about. So then guys, that's how allotment 1 is looking on the 1st of December. Let's go and have a look at allotment 2. So then, as I move over to allotment 2, I did bring the strimmer down and trying to cut all this grass off, but unfortunately it's too cold for the strimmer to start, so that might be a spring job. I want to clear this out completely, and so we don't have this reoccurrence problem every year. So the most damage I had from the storm was my compost bin blew over. I have seen up and down the country on Facebook and all different groups that they've had quite a bit of damage. Greenhouses blowing over, flooding, a lot of snow, trees down, so we seem to be quite lucky here for a change. So as I move up, the onions I planted in all early October, they've all come up. Got a nice beautiful crop of onions, and the garlic is doing even better, which is another brilliant crop. I believe there was 140 garlic and 200, I think there's about 200 white onions, red onions and shallots in this section here. This area is much the same. It needs to be dug over, but obviously when it gets a little bit warmer and the ground thaws up a little bit, because it is still like rock ice underneath. The last remaining of the beetroot is in there. I probably won't eat it. I have told a few of the other allotments people on site to come down and help themselves to it if they would like to. Underneath here I have got my final 1, 2, 3. I got 5 parsnips left, and as you see from the last ones, they were good parsnips. So these will be staying until Christmas Day, and I will be pulling these parsnips up on Christmas Day. The black membrane, as I said on the other plot, it didn't really work, so I'm thinking about removing it and just planting the pumpkins directly into the mud. But as you all know, the kids didn't get the pumpkins this year. So then guys, that's how plot 2 looks like in the 1st of December. So let's head back to plot 1. So then guys, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. As I said, Vlogmas has started. It might not be 100% on the allotment. It might be more family times, things I'm doing at home, Christmas wreaths, cooking and visiting a lot of different places. So please stay tuned, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel to come along and join the family. Next year we're going to get back on the vlogs. I know I've been doing them about once a week. I want to bring back twice a week vlogs for you guys, and also the just to see the channel grow even more. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Until the next video, I'll catch you later.